Hey guys, this is P.M.R.Bonez88's, and now I just got tagged once again by none other than Queenie Todd. She has wants me to do is the werewolf tags. It's all about the werewolves now, and this time we should just howl at the moon. So beware the moon. Let's begin with the tag. Let's see. Question 1 asks, what's your favorite werewolf film and why? Well now, there's been a lot of werewolf movies that I've seen in the past, the present, and sooner or later in the sometimes future. I kind of had to go with between either An American Werewolf in London or The Howling. I would choose both, but I'd rather choose just one, so that way I don't have to explain this so much. So my favorite werewolf film of all time, it has to be is The Howling. And why is it my favorite? Well, let me tell you why. Joe Dante directed the first Howling movie film, and however, how it made it so much that it was my favorite, and it was so scary and realistic of how the transformation of the werewolves that go from humans to werewolves, and even with the gathering, that's what I felt, that it was like almost a gathering, and that was like my most favorite werewolf movie. Besides like all the other movies like Wolf, The American Werewolf in London, Monster Squad, that counts as a werewolf movie. Ginger Snaps, any kind of movie, but my most favorite of all time and will be my favorite is The Howling. Question number 2 asks, are werewolves better than vampires? Well, I want to go for a yes, but then I'm slowing it down up to a no. So, are werewolves better than vampires? Well, I don't know, but I have to answer this question though. You see, vampires, they're very immortal. They age slowly. Well, not really. They don't age that much. Not as like humans like we do. I mean, there's been some mythologies and stories about vampires that they could be allergic to sunlight and either they get burned or they get like a major sunburn like normally. But kind of think of it, I would just say that maybe vampires could be better than werewolves, but then again, werewolves could be better as vampires. So, yes, werewolves are better than vampires. I'm sorry for you folks that are vampire fans. If those of you disagree, just please do me a favor. Don't hate on me. Don't give me hate comments, okay? That I don't like. I find that offensive. Now, question 3 asks me, name a most brutal scene you've watched in a werewolf film. Well, that could be easy for me. So I think the most brutal scene that I've seen in a werewolf film will have to be Ginger Snaps, where the werewolf just started attacking Ginger and just scratching and biting her so bad. It was like blood and gore right there. That is the most brutal scene ever. And I have Ginger Snaps. I have all 3 Ginger Snaps movies on DVD. So yes, that's the only brutal scene ever to that movie. Question 4 asks, what's the best werewolf transformation you've seen? I would go with The Howling, but then again, I'd rather go with The American Werewolf in London. The way how David just transformed into this hideous, ferocious, savage, ferocious, scariest werewolf, that was the biggest transformation ever to make it more realistic, and how much he was so much in pain of when he turned into this werewolf monster. Now that was like the best transformation ever, and that was all thanks to Rick Baker. Question 5 asks, what's the silliest, worst werewolf film you've seen? Oh my god. worst werewolf film that I've seen. Well, I don't know. What could be worse? To be honest, I think the worst and the silliest film ever, and I'm just going is with the sequel, An American Werewolf in Paris. That is the silliest and worst werewolf of all time, and I have to tell you this. This is like, what the effing age am I watching at? What was I thinking? That movie, why didn't even it exist in the first place? I think the time with the CGI werewolves and how the way they were reacting to act like they were werewolves, that's not a werewolf movie right there. That's just a spoof of American Werewolf in London. That movie should not even exist at all. Question 6 asks, what is your first werewolf film? If I could try to go back in memory lane, it can't be American Werewolf in London. I was too young at that time. It can't be The Howling. It can't be The Wolfman. Could it have been The Wolfman? I don't know. Well, as far as I know, I think the only wolf movie, and once again, it's the 1994 Wolf. That's the only werewolf movie. That was my only first werewolf movie that I've seen. Out of the old, that was the only thing I've seen before. That was like my first thing that just popped in my head, just right in there. I had to go back to memory lane, and that's the only thing I could ever think of. Why am I getting this feeling that I'm going to review this movie? I'm just getting that epiphany all of a sudden. Question 7 asks me, what is your favorite werewolf legend? Historical, to be exact. I had to study and research about werewolves, so I'm going to try to summarize and see if I can remember it just by heart. So, what is my favorite? Well, I think my mythology is probably during the 1800s, that back then they always thought that werewolves, that many people think that werewolves don't even exist. Well, to be honest with you folks, they do. They do exist, but they just hide so that way the world won't even know that they are real. And also that my girl helped me out, and they were I think something back in Japan that there was some sort of a god that claimed to be a werewolf, and somehow it was kind of Wolfman. And it is true that werewolves are real. They could be it could be sometimes a gift or a curse. As far as I know, that's how I know about history of werewolves. Sorry, I wasn't really good at history before, but as far as I know, I think that's how werewolves they are. They could be real. We just don't know about it yet. Many researchers maybe needs to learn about sometimes they should leave people who are werewolves alone. So those are my questions that I answered, and it's all thanks to Queenie Todd and Har Ross. I think he did tag me in it. I don't know. But actually, I think, no, it was Queenie Todd. She did it. I'm sorry, Queenie. I'm really sorry. I'm just really tired today, and hopefully I don't transform into a werewolf myself. But if I do, good luck. Wish me luck that I go out and hunt for some deers. So, out of all the questions, now it's my turn to tag to some people. I will be tagging is, once again, the Horrorina Master, Bachelor Crow, Possessed by Horror, Fedora, the Homicidal Homemaker. Sorry if I stuttered a bit, if I stopped right there. And lastly, I will be also is tagging once again is Dice Rolling. If you didn't do a dice roll, if you got tagged already, then I apologize. But this werewolf tag is awesome. So if you guys have any questions, or if those of you have anything about werewolves very much, let me know down in the comments below. If those of you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this video. And this is P.M.R.Bonez88's signing off, and saying is peace. And also, Beware of the moon.